So the question is, can parents regain control of their kids' schools? It's a very important question. Here to weigh in is Pete Hegseth, co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, and he's the author of the new Battle for the American Mind, Uprooting a Century of Miseducation. It is coming out in about a week, June 14th. One-click Amazon. We love to sell books. Pete Hegseth, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Today's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
They're yelling at me to put that in.
It's more important.
You don't have to fess up.
More importantly, D-Day.
That's going to be my last word, is how grateful we must be for January. June 6th.
Every single year we ought recognize what those boys did on those beaches and those cliffs.
Absolutely right. But we also must recognize the importance of our schools, the school boards and the teachers' unions, particularly under the Bidens, but it's been going on for a while, are trying to run away with our kids' schools. That's what your book is about.
Exactly right. Going on for a while, going on for over 100 years.
Oh.
See, the first part of recovery is admitting the depth of your problem. Mm-hmm. And it didn't start with the teachers' unions. It didn't start with Howard Zinn. It didn't start with Supreme Court rulings. It didn't start with the 60s. It started with a progressive plan in the early 20th century. John Dewey, folks like him, Horace Mann even before him to John Dewey, and then Marxists who landed at Columbia University in the Frankfurt School and introduced an idea like critical theory, which we know a lot and hear a lot about now. It's not that they had a giant conspiracy or plot, but every single aspect played a role in their time, removing the ingredients that were fundamental to our republic. So first, God's got to get out of the schools, out. And that's what they focused on first. What did they replace God with? Patriotism. We love patriotism. We love the flag. We love the Pledge of Allegiance. You know where the Pledge of Allegiance first came from? Progressives, from a secular Marxist progressive who wrote it without under God in it. We added under God in Eisenhower because of the threat of the godless communists.
I didn't know
But it was meant to be a pledge to something, because if you remove God, you've got to replace it with something else. Now what are progressives and Marxists doing? Well, they don't care about the flag. They don't care about America. It's 1619 project time now. So it went from, and they would use practical applications at the beginning. We want to train workers for a future economy, so you don't need all that philosophy stuff, all that theology stuff, all the things that liberate a mind. That's what a liberal arts education is. It's meant to liberate the mind to be free thinkers. They don't want free thinkers. They want doers based on their indoctrination. So now when parents look around and they say, how did 1619 and gender theory for 8-year-olds make its way into our classroom? It's a slow erosion of every standard, and now groups, like you said, like teachers' unions, they are more than happy to follow the woke current, and our kids are their experiment, and it's happening right now.
Even though I knew it was John Dewey, I have not yet read the book. I'd love to read the book and will, but this is all accelerated in recent years,
Correct.
has it not? And I guess my question to you is, it's a hard question, can parents stop this? That's the key question, right?
I don't like my answer to this question. My honest question right now is no. My honest question to parents is, if you want a school that reinforces your values, take them out. Take them out of the government school, out of the public school, and don't think you're safe because you're in some gated community in suburbia. Those are usually the most woke and the worst. It's almost all public schools, including private schools, especially elite private schools, including a lot of religious schools. So I would say pull them out. I'm a huge proponent of classical Christian education. There are 400 schools. There's homeschooling options. There's online options. ClassicalChristian.org is what it's called. It's how our founders were educated, with updates, obviously. If you're going to confront your public school, you better make it a full-time job. You better be prepared to run for the school board, go to those school board meetings, talk to your principal and your administrators and your teachers, because it's not the teacher's fault per se. It's the curriculum and the tests and the pedagogy and all the confines put around what's acceptable in the classroom, none of which reflect the values you teach at home.
I would love to see prayer put back in the schools. Now, I know
I agree with you completely.
Zero impossibility in the public school system, the government system. I would say years ago, and I'm coming up on a birthday. My birthday is a little different than your birthday. When I went to this local prep school, not too far from where we are today, you had prayer. We had the Lord's Prayer, believe it or not, in homeroom. That's gone. And as you said, a lot of these elite private schools, the boarding schools, are actively against any of that. But, Pete, I just want to put this out. It's unanswerable, but I think we would have a lot less violence in the schools if we had prayer in the schools.
You think?
That's just my own personal point of view.
If we had a collective story around, I don't know, human nature, who are we as individuals? What was God's purpose for our lives? We used to have that common core of the real common core of Western civilization. It's gone. So now we all look inwards to what is my identity? Where is my self-esteem? How do we affirm kids? And they look around, searching for purpose in a world that doesn't have it. We have timeless truths that we can and should teach, the Lord's Prayer being one of them, but they've been stripped out intentionally. So it's on parents to do it. Otherwise, you're sending your kids to Democrat camp. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months out of the year. And that's to put it mildly.
Very scary,
frankly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm not smart enough to know about the gun battles and so forth. I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. But I just have to believe if you had intact parents, traditional father, mother, parents, and you had prayer in the schools, things would be better, okay? I just believe that. I believed it for a long time. It's not my field of endeavor, but that's my personal view.
I agree with you. It all starts in the home.
Got to.
It has to start in the home, and kids who have bad schools can survive them because of parents who guide them in the way, and churches that guide them in the right direction. But if you're assuming that because you go to church on Sunday, send your kids to maybe Bible school on Wednesday during the summer, that's going to counteract the weight of the culture and then the social media groupthink and the pressure, it's not going to work. And that's what the left is counting on, Larry. They're counting on that
Wouldn't
pipeline.
be a bad place to start. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All the above.
Yeah.
Church, good.
It all feeds together, but right now...
Judeo-Christian traditions,
we call it the Western Christian paideia inside the book. That's what it was, which turned into an American progressive culture and now is a culturally Marxist culture that our kids are encountering.
Pete Hegseth, you can catch Pete on Fox and Friends weekdays at 6 a.m. on Fox News. And his new book, it's called Battle for the American Mind, Uprooting a Century of Miseducation. It's out June 14th. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you.